I just press record. Spiritual. Spiritual lyrical wordplay. Continents. Heart. Continent, heart, mind over matter. Matter, fact. What is art? Consider the nerds, engineers, and the architects was building the cities that you live in, designing its roadways so that it all works together with freeways and highways. How smart are humans? And we consider the ruins and things like pyramids. Just walk outside. What planet are you living on? Assuming it's Earth, the timeline, and humans considering domestic relative intelligence. How did we get here even with technology? No offense. Consider the buildings and its workings and the trappings and the knowledge of masons with masonry also. How do they build? Intricate measurements, metaphysical intellect, making up plans straight out of their mind, manifesting demands into reality is the sower and the seed. See the faith. Can technology, or is that a ghost? A ghost out the grave. Resurrected are these words that are wed, manifested in your head like a raindrop. Figure skater silhouette of a snowflake that is perfectly symmetrical. Diomethyl alkaline spirit of geometry, chemical, subtle it seems. Even though I don't know what I speak about, I speak it with ease. Is this the fashion of my mind? Mortal Kombat extra fashion. Extradition netherworld. Exodus, spiritual, lyrical, enema, cinematography, in your mind like geometry. Citrulline, I suppose, it's like Florida, orange. Is it something new? Have you seen it before? And are you watching words, or are these words watching you? And do you oppose? I suppose you don't have to. God is real. I'm on faith. This is true. Still I continue and go on. My words hypercube. Cryogenic Krylon. Namet capsule. My words and my linguics and their connections when I communicate. Move like many shields made of vibranium. Quiet like a riot that yields the wind under the breeze you hear. Smooth like a ninja walking in the light. Is that a contradiction, oxymoron? Is it bright consciousness? Like a thief in the night, only not. Is it Christ? Is it perception? Is it nice? Or is it austere? Is it dead? Is it life? Is he living for fear? Does he consider the connections of his testimony with his victories? No, I don't. I was focused on once, but didn't know what happened. Then a judge I didn't know in a land I didn't understand. Alice in Wonder, technology and computers. Efficient but not sufficient to keep up with spirits. Seems like voices travel in the wind. God damn them ninjas. Get the gun. Jack be nimble, candlestick. Luminance in the puns. Heavy with the hands and my pockets. Light enough to float like a UFO or a butterfly. Swing low, sweet chariot. Never sound so American. Still, I'm just the famous plainest nigga alive, yo. And all that other stuff. Despite my differences, still I love America and my country and its people. What's derogatory considering how I looked at you and where I see you now? What's the difference in how you treat me? I'm being fair. What's wrong with your compass and the measurements of your eye? Your foundation is shifting. Light on my plate when I eat is tectonic. You fake like you're dancing like Elvis in the 60s. Trying to stand up straight on this earthquake. I'm grabbing the fork and I'm shanking the beef on the plate. This tectonic. The foundation of your accusations that you were standing upon. Laughing at you, dancing around. Singing hocus pocus. Corleone, CIA, bet they're watching. How does he talk like that? Who is he talking to? Neighbors and routines, packages and regulars. How many on average in this neighborhood gets packages daily? And what did they look like? Imagine if I wondered and looked. But I don't care. It's effortless. I'm still me and my body, the Holy Spirit has sanctified us. Wine's coming out. You know how I talked before. You know I sound different now. Maybe I release some of my anger and frustration on these vlogs. Instead of sitting in repression. The first sign of truth is acceptance. Accept communications where there's knowledge and that knowledge is subtle that I don't know about. Such is the whispers and the rumors and the 60s like Motown. Singing away, still singing a slow song. I'm dancing like James Brown. A forgotten king, but a king still. A king still with a wing still. I can speak from my heart. I don't have to be real. You can believe it if you want. What's the secret? Truman Show. Exit stage right, stereo applause. Most of these things and their timing random as they are on time, would seem like time traveling. How could it be so convenient? And what am I missing? Because it can't be that common unless one's traveling and traveling considering time. What are traveling men that ask these questions? Like I told you in that segment, either humans have powers or spirits have humans. What's the difference? I don't know. All these men, classic men, I suppose, asking all these interesting questions in particulars. Where are you going? Where did you come from? How long will you be in town? What do you know? What do you know? Very interesting, the motive between why, if I'm not interesting at all, come these men asking these interesting questions. I suppose their motive, I don't. What's the reason they need this information if I'm of no interest at all these men that go missing time to time? Where do you see them and when? What is the season? What is the store? What is the crossroad? We're dealing with time travelers, it would seem, I suppose. Spiritual warfare, underlying circumstances, cinema, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Watch the movie. It's kind of real. In this Matrix, starring Neo, that's starring John Wick. What are our skills? Seems like we're growing some type of way psychologically. I suppose I'm thinking a lot different. I've never been in the military, but this spirit is interesting. Decorated, Check out your mental, see? How are you thinking in comparison to how you were thinking before? Isn't it more? Isn't that interesting? How are we learning? Is this born identity or supremacy? What is this? And who are all these men that go missing from time to time? I'm doing things that are interesting and speaking in rhymes very eloquent and intelligent beyond what I would know. In my benevolence, sharing what I believe is heaven sent, I'm not saying I'm shit. It just seems there's a lot of information that needs to get out. Guess I am a lighthouse. I'm not the light though. That's Christ, yo. I'm just keeping an eye out. An eye out for what? I don't really know. I don't have a logo or a bat sign or a cave. No, I'm not vigilante. I was just crossing through this dry land. See, to get to the spiritual, you gotta go through this physical, and it's like a desert. I didn't notice. All the hearts turned cold. All the smiles went away. Like waves on a shore. A new day, that's the morning. Think about this knowledge and where it comes from and how it separates from wisdom. Wisdom isn't from tradition necessarily, especially, however, from knowledge it is. Knowledge was built on things you should understand. We came a long way. That's a blessing of God. They used to intrepidate people who had headaches, thinking they were demons. This is the knowledge down to the pill you take for your headache. Wait. Who are the lab rats that they test these things on? What are the products in your cabinets and refrigerator that they don't sell in other countries, my nigga? Talking through this conscious sea to Musa like we looking 2 feet over a sea of crowd. Groundhog's Day. Wonder when them other niggas gonna get out. What are you going through? Is anyone out there? Sound off the nebula. I'm swimming on YouTube. Looking for life. Looking for new. Excuse the old normal, now I can say, seems I haven't seen myself before. Looking for something real, not something like it. Kinda, sorta, oughta, maybe, have to. Shoulda known better. Type excuse. We don't have to go wander. The things I can see real clear from here. Sharing the plight with my brethren, even though it is spiritual, lyrically, here's this Negro gospel sound off from the fields. How's the cookies? Clean your browser. Keep it real. Over and out 1,000. Jordan O'Neal. Florida squeeze kill. Orderly, quarterly, more to these psychologies of mind. Envelopes and stations with breaks. Breaks in psychosis and time animations. Ranges and rhymes. Seditations of the night. Melatonin. Now we're sleeping. Hippocampus. Pituitary gland. HGH and melanin. Amazing grace. Enter the dream. Labyrinth. Here's the matrix. Living the dream, says the time travelers. Hearing the ring in my ear is tinnitus. Killing this stream mentally. Injured. Perplexing things one thinks of. Testing my blade. Sharpening my mind on the axis of the tesseract. Sound waves and screeches, chalkboards. Prickles of the spine. Nickels of mine and nickel bags. Simple. Root like a beatnik. 2 feet, I be quick. Move right, no asthma. Jump in the sky. Still in domain. A piece of the pie. How can the weakest be weakest of sheep? It's a wolf. How unique is that knowledge? Politically correct, self-aware, what you know, how you act and project. Is it the same from the physical to the spiritual? When you see me and you judge me, eye for eye, who can measure? Do you think I would know by the stutter in your step, that accident that happened in the 80s in the factory by the lamp pick? I'm just saying I don't do that. But when you see me and you look at me a certain type of way, I get the wrong idea. But people here, if you're a target, I'm telling you, seem to be kind of sleeping like in a delta state. Shout out to COVID and the Delta strand. Is this some type of science experiment? Is my poetry conspiracy? Is my theory apparent? What am I speaking on? I'm just rhyming words. Nothing to see here. Go about your business. Have a nice day. Here's another picture. Another day in the office. Everyone on their way. Peace and blessings be with you all. This was just me meditating, going through a stream of thoughts. I'm out.